Hello everybody, it's Stefan Joubert here from the Stefan Joubert Guitar Academy. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you something amazing, and it's very applicable to guitar playing. It's around the 12-bar blues, and we're going to take a look at the A dominant 7th chord moving to the D7 chord. And basically what we're going to take a look at is what we call guide tones, which is the essential tones of the chord, as well as the tritone of the chord, which is the same thing. So let's get started. We've got an A dominant 7th chord, and I'm just going to talk us through on what that consists out of. So I'm going to play it in arpeggio form. We've got a root, a major third, a perfect fifth, and a minor 7th. I'm starting on the bass or the E string, 5th fret, so that's an A. I'm going to the 4th fret of the 5th string, that's a C sharp, the 7th fret of the A string, that's an E, and then I'm going to the 5th fret of the 4th string, and that's a G. So we have root, 3rd, 5th minus 7th, root, 3rd. Now what we're going to look at is the minor 7th and the 3rd. And I am now on string 3, 3rd string, 6th fret, 4th string, 5th fret. So this is very important. The 6th fret is a C sharp, that's a C sharp note, which is A, B, C sharp. It's the 3rd, or in music theory parlance, that would be a major 10th, but we can just call it a 3rd. And over here, on the 4th string, 5th fret, I've got my G, which is the flat 7th. So playing those two notes, I'm basically playing what they call in music theory parlance a tritone. So if I put the A with it, we then have an A dominant 7th with no 5th. So the A dominant 7th in its entirety is root, major 3rd, perfect 5th, flattened 7th. So what we're doing now is we're just playing a flattened 7th and a major 3rd. Because usually the A7 is a perfect 5th or a power chord, along with a minor 7th and a major 3rd. So altogether that would be, and that's the A7. I'm explaining in a lot of details about this because this tritone is going to be our working ground for what's coming next. So stay tuned, this is going to be interesting. So the first thing I want to teach you about a tritone is a tritone has got explosive or amazing symmetrical qualities. So what we've got here is a flat 7th and a 3rd of A. And now I want to show you something. There's my A. If I now go 6 semitones up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I get to E flat. If I play the E flat and I play the tritone, I get an E flat, dominant 7th chord with no 5th. So basically the A7 chord with no 5th, as well as the E flat 7th chord with no 5th, is the same thing. So you can think about a big coin. Imagine a big imaginary coin. On one side you've got A7, the G is the flattened 7 of A7, the C sharp is the 3rd of A7. If I flip that coin, we have an E flat 7, the G becomes the 3rd of the E flat 7th, and then the C sharp, which enharmonically would be D flat, becomes the flat 7 of that E flat 7. So basically, what I'm saying is that A dominant 7th equals 100% E flat dominant 7th with no 5th in both examples. So that's powerful. Because if we think about the 1 chord to the 4 chord, we have A7 in the blues. So that would be the 1 chord to D7, which is the 4th chord. And basically, A being 1, D being 4, means something interesting. If we go a half a step above the 4th chord, so we've got D7 or D9 that I'm playing here. If I go a half a step up, I get to E flat 7. and we just spoke about this, E flat 7 is equal to A dominant 7th. So how does that help? Well, in blues and in jazz, you would often go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that little is the E flat 7, what we call a tritone substitution dominant. Forget about the big word, it's just an A7 played from the perspective of E flat 7, and they are identical, moving into the D7. Now this may all sound very complicated, but I'm going to show you now how simple it is. What it is let's say you are playing with a band, and a bass player is going. From the 1 chord to the 4 chord, as a guitarist, this tritone with the beautiful qualities just needs to go down a half a step to become the D7 or the 4th chord. Why is that? It's because the A7 played in this way with a tritone is identical to an E flat 7. So E flat 7 is a half a step above the D7. So if we wanted to play the 12 bar blues, we could go bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, bar 4, bar 5 to D7, back to A7. And then when we get to bar 9, which is the turnaround area, the E7, E flat 7 is a half a step below E7, so simply go up to the E dominant 7th, then a whole step down to the D7, half a step up to the A7, and then a half a step up back to the E7. So altogether I could go bar 1, A7, 2, A7, 3, 4, A7, going to D7 on bar 5, bar 6, D7, bar 7, A7, and bar 8, A7. Then the turnaround, a half a step up to E7, to D7, to A7, and finally on the 12th bar to E7. So yes, I could use that device to play over the entire blues. So I could do. Exactly. That's the wonder of that thing. And then the next step is you can take that little tritone there. So we've already discussed that that's A7, and you can add a little tension on string 2. So I could put a F sharp, which is a 13. Now I get a cool F sharp sound. And now for the D7, I could add the E, which is the 5th fret on string 2, which is the 9th. It gives me that 9th. Back to the A13. And then what I can do is I can move that up a half step. Now I have got a 3rd of E, flat 7 of E, and a sharp 9 of E. A lot of tension in that. To the D7, or even go up to the 13 there. Going to the A13, to E, flat 9, or flat 9, flat 5. So basically, these tritones, they're very handy because you can just add a tension in. and they're all in the fingers. So all very easy to play. So next time you play a blues, you know, try to, if you're doing an accompaniment, try to use that a bit. So there's a lot that you can do with that. So that tritone is really powerful. So work on that, try that out, and let me know in the video what you think of the tritone. Try to use it in the blues, jams, see what you can come up with it. You know, what kind of stuff you can create with it. There's just so much that can be done. In the description below, I've also left some tablature for you, just, you know, putting this on paper for you as well, so you can just go and print that tablature out and just learn and enjoy it. There's no sign up or anything. You can just directly download the tablature. The only thing I ask is if you like the material, just put a thumbs up. Please do like, please do share the video, and do subscribe. So thank you so much for listening to me in this video. I hope this has opened something up for you somewhere, and that you understand a little bit more about the tritone. I'll speak with you again in the next video. Goodbye.